Right now, we are joined by Touchdown Eddie Brown. Are you there, sir?
I'm there. How are you guys doing?
Good. How are you?
I'm doing well. Thank you so much.
Great. Listen, thank you so much. I know you're a busy person, and I really appreciate you agreeing to call in today. I've been hounding my sister about it for a while.
Okay, no problem. No problem.
Well, and look, I just want to tell you, I know that there's no doubt in my mind that you're bombarded all the time. And just, I mean, after all, you know, your son is an incredible athlete in the NFL. But we really want to focus on Touchdown Eddie Brown today.
Okay.
So we would just love to hear a little bit about your background and where you grew up. And I mean, we already know, but for our listeners, where you played college and your professional career from there.
Well, I grew up here in Miami, Florida. I graduated from Miami Central Senior High School. Then I had to go to junior college. I was one of those very talented athletes that did not give the same effort in the classroom. So I had to go a different route. From there, I was able to graduate and attend Louisiana Tech University, where I did graduate there, as well as went and had an opportunity to play a couple of years with Arizona Cardinals. And from there, I went to the Arena League and finished my career there after a 13-year career and made some great accolades in my long run that I had.
That is a long run, especially, I mean, in your position, you get hit pretty often, for sure.
Yes, but just taking care of yourself, eating right, training correctly has allowed me to continue to live a very productive and good life.
That's wonderful. I was looking through some of the pictures, and I mean, honestly, you really don't look very different. You have aged very well, Eddie. You're doing very well.
Thank you for that compliment, and I really appreciate that. That's a huge compliment.
Now, let me ask you this: when you played arena, did you spend all of your career at Albany?
Yes, I spent all my career at Albany, and then the team moved to Indianapolis, Indiana. And I moved with the team.
Oh, okay. Okay, gotcha. I didn't realize it was 13 years. Good grief. And you're in the Hall of Fame, too, correct?
Yes, I'm in the Hall of Fame. Yes, in the Arena League, and I'm in the Hall of Fame and junior college, and still waiting to get in at my university. So far, so good.
That's awesome. Well, I don't know if my sisters told you, but we have a lot of family in Louisiana, so definitely familiar with Louisiana Tech. Of course, they seem to be big LSU fans, but you know how that goes. But
hey, I tell you what, I got to give you a big LSU fan. The great part of that, a guy that I played arena ball with, that we won championship with in Albany, his son is a freshman on the LSU team. His name is Derek Stingley. He'll be your starting defensive back. Yes.
For LSU this year?
I remember when he was a kid.
Oh, man.
Yes, I remember when he was a kid.
That is great. Well, hey, listen, I saw something on your Twitter page, too. Is that event that I saw for Albany Empire, is that this coming weekend?
That's this weekend. They're playing for the Arena Bowl Championship versus the Philadelphia Soul. And the last time that game was played in Albany was 20 years ago. Oh, and wow. I was the MVP of that game.
So and you're going to be the honorary captain, right?
Yes, I'm the honorary captain, and I was very honored to go and be the captain. I got to tell you that.
That is amazing. I'm sure it is, and that's one of the things I noticed, and they're really pushing it out there, too. So, I mean, I saw so many different stories and articles online, and they all refer to you as one of the greatest players in arena football history, period.
Well, I just take the compliment in stride, and in my run, I did right by people and always gave 100% and represented myself well, and that's what I want to be proud of.
That's amazing. I think Kyle had some things he wanted to talk to you about, too.
All right, Eddie. So we were talking today. So I'd like you to tell us a little bit about what you're up to these days.
Right now, I coach at a college called ASA College. It's a junior college here in Fort Lauderdale, Florida. And this will be my second year coaching at the college. But this will be my first year as the offensive coordinator, which is a great opportunity for me that I'm excited about, and looking forward to the season.
What kind of offense are you running?
All receiver. We're going to the ball. We're going to spread the ball around and do some really nice things and have fun and score a lot of touchdowns, which is something I'm very used to doing.
Is that, you think that's why they call you Touchdown Eddie Brown? I'm just curious.
No question. If you look in the record book, there's no professional athlete that has more touchdowns than I do.
I know. I was looking at your stats. It's phenomenal. It's absolutely insane.
Incredible. And aren't they getting ready to honor you this Sunday? Is that what I saw?
Yes. They're honoring. Well, I'm just coming to be an honorary captain and be a familiar face to the community and bring everyone together to support the Empire.
Hey, so I was grabbing a water when she asked you that, but she just told me that she already mentioned it. So you could tell just like how bad at this I am.
No, it's live radio.
That's okay. That's okay. I tell you what, if you look at my stats, that's how you motivate a guy that's voted the 7th best player in the NFL. You flash my stats up in front of him. That's motivation for him.
Yeah, absolutely. And, I wanted your opinion about this. And, arena football is still going. It's been successful. It's maintained. I mean, you've got so many great players that have played in the league. Do you have any thoughts on why some of these other football leagues don't make it? I mean, look at the AAF. I mean, they hardly even got to game time before they, went defunct.
I think a few things. I think the preparation, and you all know and I know that dollar bill. Everyone has a plan for this, that, and the other, but no one really have a true plan B and C that can be financially supported. So when those different pieces of plan B and plan C hit you, you have to have that financial backing to support those plans as well. And a lot of those guys have a plan A financially, but no plan B and C, and then they fall and are not successful.
Yeah, I mean, I was just shocked. I was actually a little excited with the AAF just because, I'm a sports freak. So the more opportunities I have to watch games, the happier I am. But yeah, and even some other leagues that have not made it before. But I want to ask you, well, there's two things. First of all, I mean, clearly your son, Antonio Brown, played football because look at where he is now. But, are you there, Eddie?
Oh.
All right.
Go ahead.
We must have lost him, so we'll try again.
Well,
can we try him back?
We can try him back.
Okay. And if you are just tuning in, we've been talking to Touchdown Eddie Brown, who lives in Miami, and he is a Hall of Famer in arena football and a true legend. I mean, he's ranked one of the best all-known players in arena football, and he's also the father of great NFL wide receiver Antonio Brown.
Yeah.
So we've been having some good conversations with him.
Arguably.
Yeah. Are you back, Eddie?
I'm back. I apologize. I don't know what happened.
Oh, that's okay. Hey, look, we do it all the time on our end. But we were talking earlier. Our area was hit by a Cat 5 hurricane last fall, and it's just, and being down in South Florida, and you grew up down there, what that's like, and how it can just have so many negative effects on a community. And one of the problems we're having is even like the Pop Warner football, they're having trouble fielding teams, to have the season to keep going. But I've come across several, former pro players, and I always, if they have kids, they have a son, I always ask the same questions. I'm just curious. How do you feel these days about kids, knowing what you know about the league, knowing the hits you take, knowing all the research they're finding out about CTE? How do you feel about, tackle versus, say, flag?
Well, I first of all, I think just making sure. I think both are good for everyone. I think sports bring a discipline and a work ethic to kids that will last them for a lifetime.
Right.
Whether they're a good player or a bad player, it really doesn't matter. It's about the discipline and the work ethic. I think if you're going to put your kid in tackle, I think you first must work with your kid, prepare your kid, teach your kids some of the fundamental techniques before you throw think just throwing the kid and tackling and hoping the coach can teach him the proper way, not all the time it works out that way. I think hands-on first be very helpful. Picking out your son or daughter's equipment that they're going to wear to make sure it properly fits, making sure they always wear a mouthpiece. And I think you just have to let the chips fall where they may. If you look at it, there's not a lot of kids that are getting hurt in our Pop Warner programs. Maybe an ankle, but the impact of hits and different things, there's no study to show that CTEs are coming from that age of kids, or it's starting from that age of kids.
Right. And that's, Gavin, my nephew, plays flag, and they went to the national championship last year, and I got to go down and watch that, and I was blown away at the skill level, and you nailed it when you said fundamentals, and that's, my mom being a coach, that's her big thing. You got to teach them the fundamentals first, but I'm always curious to hear, especially former athletes, that say how they feel about, tackle or not, but Kyle, we have a burning question that we would like to ask your input on. Kyle, I'm going to throw this to you.
All right, man. So the big talk this week, the big burning conversation that everybody's been talking about is Ezekiel Elliott. So I'd like to hear from you what you think. Should the Cowboys pay him? Do you think it's selfish that he's doing this? What do you think?
I think too. I will express what I think in many ways, and it'll be. I'll answer both of those questions. Yes, I think he should be paid, and this is why I say I think he should be paid. Every professional athlete is one hit away from never walking again. Mm-hmm. So you have to consider that. So they have to get as much as they can while they can, because when they're not able to be productive as he's been, they're going to cut him and release him, and now he has to find another job somewhere else. So you got to understand, as much as everyone look at the team aspect, I think the team aspect is great. But you also have to consider the business aspect of it as well. From a business point of view, he has to get paid, because he is the best at his position. From a team point of view, he should get paid because he is the best at his position, and he's a very vital, important part to the success of your team. Now, if he went out there and he hurt his leg, the Cowboys don't have to pay him but for that year. His next year, if he has another year on his contract, is not guaranteed. So once he's healthy, what does he do? How is he able to continue to maintain a lifestyle as well as pay for whatever injuries or problems that he's going to occur later on in his time? So I say, if you're a person and you're able to make a business decision, because your body is your business. Mm-hmm. So if your business decision is to get what you can get before your body crashes, then that's what you have to do from a business perspective.
Yeah. Yeah, you're right. I mean, and the lifespan in that position is not long because you do take so many hard hits. Hey, Eddie, we're going to have to go. We're going to have to go to a break, but I just wanted to say thanks again, and we would actually love to have you back on another time if you're up for it.
I will. Just give me a heads up, and I'll see if the schedule's available, and I would love to speak to you guys again.
Okay, great. And look, have a great time this weekend at the championship in Albany.
All right, I will. Thank you very much. You guys have a great day.
Thanks, you too.
All right, thanks, Eddie.
That was touchdown Eddie Brown, father of Antonio Brown of the Oakland Raiders and legendary arena football.
Absolutely. What a wise guy.
Yeah.
He was spitting knowledge at me.
Yeah, he was.
That was great.